Hello everyone, it's your Dire Friends, and we are here. Hopefully you can hear me. For some reason, the fans I can't almost hear it at all from my laptop, but when I have my phone volume on, I hear nothing but staticky whirring, so bear with me. I'm going to turn this down a bit. Maybe lessen the sensitivity, and I seem to be having trouble with my bit rate again. Of course. Because what is a stream if you don't have technical difficulties? So the idea today is to, I don't know how to just distance ourselves from the microphone. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be laughing at really stupid criminals. So let's see what happens. Yes. So that's the adieu. Now I pulled it up. This one's America's Dumbest Criminals Compilation 2. I don't know what happened to 1. But here we go. Also this past week we have put up the first 5 episodes of Murder Drones, so that's on YouTube. Hi YouTube. And I've had quite the week besides that. I got bit by a spider on my ankle. I lost my keys, found my keys. My mother's gonna kill me if she finds that out. I lost badly in 8-ball on Wednesday. And I mean, come on, it's Monday. I don't care if it's a holiday. We need laughs. We need to go. We need to go insane. We need it. I demand it. Let's have the crazy. So let's see what we got here. Make sure I have my volume on. Good. Because usually when I raid out and everything, I turn the volume off, so.
I don't know what he's on.
Okay, where is he at? Up there on the left?
Yeah, he's down here on the street.
At 2343, give me 94, step it up.
First clip, and we already got an asshole. It's assholeception because.
Put your hands on his side. Don't move.
Oh, I'm good.
What'd you have?
Some marijuana, sir.
You under the influence of marijuana right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You did some meth?
Yeah, like 2 hits. I tell you right now, it didn't have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, marijuana really makes you go around and like show your butt. No. It wasn't the meth. Not at all. It couldn't have been the meth. Spoiler, it was probably the meth.
How long ago did you...
Nah, about 30 minutes ago, right before you came up, she fired up a bubble, and we hit it a couple times, and I do try to come up in the house. Hell no!
Relax.
Oh, yes, sir, I will relax.
Oh yes, quite aware it's America. Hey, he got his pants on. Let's go.
Well, I got in that car.
He's not going in that car. Look at these tats, though. That is a whole back piece. This man doesn't need meth.
Richard.
I feel like I'm being pranked right now, man, you're in my space. I like arm distances and stuff because I feel like it's threats. This is my beliefs. I have the right to feel this way. You are a threat.
Relax.
I will.
Did 2 hits of meth earlier.
I smoke some marijuana. I'm a marijuana smoker.
Marijuana and some meth?
Meth. Yes, sir. See my shoes and my feet.
Victims tell me that there was some spice involved too.
A spice involved? Jeepers, you almost like ran over somebody.
What I do? We're about to find out. Every 2 8, I'm under control. I have 40 points. No!
What'd I do? We don't know yet, but okay, I'm gonna run. Oh my god.
Give me your hand.
That audio was trippy.
No!
Okay! I've never been that predicament before, so I'm just scared out of it.
How long was it? Stop what you're talking about.
Please, sir. I haven't known, sir.
street right in that bush right there.
Your clothes are
Over
real.
here in the bush.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
If everything checks out, you're gonna be good to go.
Okay, so I got a way to stop people from running from the police, especially if they're wearing really nice things like $200 Air Jordans and stuff like that. Be like, you're gonna mess up your shoes. I mean, the same thing as like a woman wearing like, what is it? Like the really fancy heels with the red soles. Okay. You do what you need to do, Zep. I'm just happy when you're here. Thanks.
Now said her husband's got a knife and he's kicked in the door. He's trying to get into the house. Get down, lay down on the floor.
Oh, I can't do that.
What?
You can't lay on the ground, dude.
Why am I?
Like my carpet nasty. I'm not laying on that ground. That floor hadn't been cleaned and
Why are you here? Probably because I threatened my wife.
Oh my God, dude.
they have no power in their place.
Here, take my hand. You kicked me in the tip. At least put my goddamn shoes on, please.
We'll get your shoes.
No. Because last time you got no.
Get in the car.
Hey, no, look at me.
So we switched to a different guy?
Put him in. Get in the car.
Hey, no. Hey, I like that, don't I? Push him in.
I don't like that. Don't do stupid shit.
Hey, get the hobble.
Oh my gosh. Hey, get the hobble. Oh, he can't get it. He can't get it. Look, he's stressing. Look at his face.
The hovel, I think, is something like hog tying. Oh my
It
god.
gets very crazy.
We got a call from
Leave
Bail
him?
Bondsman that there's a bail jumper that's got warrants out for his arrest. He's in this parking lot.
I actually have a friend that's a bail bondsman. So that's always interesting. I don't ask him about his work. I just watch his Facebook every once in a while. He's like, I went fishing and here's my garden. And here's my wife.
Stop.
He really gonna try and outrun the... Pit maneuver the dude.
Get your hands up! Alright, I said I'm sorry to ruin your day, but that's just the way it goes. Come on, dude. Look at that.
Counterfeit?
That is the worst.
That is not mine.
That is the worst stick I've ever seen. There's no watermark or anything in that. Yeah, see, it's like
But that's not mine.
he's like a caged animal. He tried to jump this one, and then he tried to jump that one. But he picked the fence that's like 12 foot tall and couldn't get over it.
People sit out in their cars and do drugs out here. It looks like we've got two in this silver Passat right here. Let's get out and see what's going on with them. What are y'all doing in the back of the car right here? I know you.
She's doing a hand
What are you
job.
talking about? I know this girl right here. What are you doing in the back of the car with her?
Just chilling. I come to talk to her.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't know why there's a syringe sitting right in front of you on the seat. Listen, I'm just looking for a little common sense here. Okay, let's go through it again. What's your name first?
Donald.
Donald what?
He
Donald what?
He forgot his last name.
So what we're going to do is we're going to hook you up with some handcuffs real quick so I can figure out just who
God,
you
his
are.
friggin' name.
Oh, there you are. That's your ID right there. Is this your purse?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what's in here. Am I going to find anything illegal in here?
Oh.
we got here.
Am I gonna find anything illegal in here? Oh.
Wow, we got some more pills here.
An Havana, Roxy, and Xanax.
Wow, you got a smorgasbord of drugs out here tonight.
That's Roxidone.
What about this right here? Is that cocaine?
No, that's heroin.
Heroin? And what about
So
this one
what
right
I say
here?
about it?
That is meth.
I've never seen that many drugs in one spot.
She's very organized about it though.
Now I know why you didn't want to tell me, man. You got a burglary warrant, huh? Yeah, you got a warrant for burglary with a $60,000 bond.
Jeebus.
Clayton, 10 Roxy's at 25 each, $250.
Money you owed for drugs. Looks like you've been keeping pretty good tabs on people that owe you money.
She's very organized for a drug dealer. I'm very impressed.
And his name's in that book as well as owing you money.
Looks like a couple there hanging out. Hi, what you guys doing?
Get away from everybody.
Cool, you guys have your IDs? She's got a scale in her purse. and some crystal meth. Some more
So
crystal meth.
surprised.
Looks like we hit a jackpot here. Hey, Michael, I found dope in the center console.
You might want to check. If it's what I think it might be, that's been in there for a while. Check it. It's not even dope.
It's not dope?
No.
Immediately turns a bright orange color, which means this is actually very good quality methamphetamine.
Go ahead and stop it.
It went beyond the blue.
He seemed pretty nervous. His hands were shaking when he gave me his ID.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm kind of homeless, and I'm just waiting for my first paycheck so I can fix everything.
So you don't live here?
Huh?
You don't live here?
I seen you, so I didn't want to pull right here because it was just gonna stop everything.
You're getting ready to turn in here before my lights were even on.
Oh, since I live on there.
I thought you were homeless. Do you have anything illegal in this car?
I shouldn't have.
Before I keep looking, man, honesty's the best policy, alright?
I might have a little bit, I did a little bit of coke.
You might have a little bit of coke?
Yeah.
Okay. Come here real quick.
He's just trying to get to the original flavor.
Put your hand while you're back. We're just gonna make sure.
Yeah, for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you, sir.
You already lied to him. I'm homeless, but I live down there. I don't think I have anything illegal in the car, but I have coke.
He says he's homeless, but then he says he's staying down the street. He says he pulled into here because he saw me, but he was pulling in here before I even had my lights on, so he's obviously just trying to get in here and get away from us. That's a little more than a little bit. You got some methamphetamine in there too?
I don't know how much is a lot.
It's all personal use, though.
That's all personal use.
Personal use.
But I'm just saying, that's a variety right there, brother. Is that gonna be it?
And maybe a personal scale just to weigh my stuff.
How long have you been doing coke?
Probably half a year, yeah.
And what made you want to go to meth?
With the longer stay up.
And so you do all those, stay awake, and when you're tired, you're just like, I just smoke a little weed.
Yeah.
That's 3 different things you're putting in your body.
Yeah.
This truck doesn't have a license plate light. Stop and talk to him, see what's going on.
I'm gonna put you in handcuffs right now, okay? That doesn't mean you're under arrest, but I'm just gonna do that so I can finish looking in the car and I don't have to try to watch you two.
I mean, his legs still work,
See
but
what we have. Maybe we can find some ID, some drugs. There he goes.
how did I know he was gonna freaking run? Oh my god.
Oh, he fell. What are you doing? You alright, Billy?
Of course his name is Billy. Oh my god. Oh, this is almost as good as Dumbest Criminals. It's just only me commentating and the police. So when you're running, your arms swing for counterbalance to whatever foot you're on. And it just helps keep your balance because, you know, we're bipedal beings and stuff. So that's the whole thing. So when your arms are bound, it's a lot harder to do the running. So I'm not surprised that he fell down.
Every day you see somebody running handcuffs, right? Not every day.
No, not every day, that's for sure. Now you know why.
It don't work. I'm doing a traffic stop on this vehicle for traffic violation.
Oh, it's a traffic violation.
Here? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why'd you
There's
circle
just-
around the block then? Do you have anything in the vehicle I need to know about? Weapons? Huh?
No.
Okay. You sure? You're a little hesitant on that. Alright, stay in the vehicle. Don't get out of the vehicle, okay?
Okay.
He's throwing something. Why are you throwing beer cans out? What are you talking about? There's one right there. There's something that looks like... Jeez. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. Is that your gun that you just threw out? Put your hand behind your back. You think you shouldn't throw stuff out there like that? I'm not gonna notice? Really? There's a gun right here. That's not my... Huh?
That's not mine.
It just happens to be a convicted felon. No wonder you're trying to ditch the firearm.
Okay, so I don't know how many of you watched Shrek 2, probably most of you. But in Shrek 2 there's this moment where like they pull out the baggie of catnip and Puss is like, that's not mine. And that's what that reminded me of when he's like, no, that gun's not mine. As a convicted felon, you're not supposed to have a gun when you have that. You lose your Second Amendment rights.
Let's go. Get up.
What else should I tell you?
I mean, you can tell me the truth.
There's not a pistol, bro. It's not.
Have you ever exited a vehicle and seen a gun on the ground?
We're gonna go check out the car. It was
going about 2 miles an hour in the lane of traffic. What's up?
He's out. He is out.
15122, the vehicle's going into the westbound lanes. Sheriff's office, show me your hands.
Show us your hands. Show us your hands. Put your hands up.
I went to a barn and probably had like 2 beers.
How did your car wind up here, stopped in the middle of the median?
Well, I might have pulled over after the sirens.
So they turned on the lights and sirens, and you pulled over and stopped right here in the median? Stand like that until I tell you. Now, when I tell you, step over this way.
I'm not.
We're gonna skip that. All right. If you understand the instructions, go ahead and begin whenever you're ready.
I mean, okay, to be fair, I couldn't do this sober. I have not great balance. I'm great bendy, but not balance.
Lean forward at the waist, put your hands behind you like that. Close your eyes and say the alphabet.
Oh, please,
one more time.
is it going to fall forward?
A, B, C, D, E, F.
I understand it's your birthday. You gotta make better decisions, you know, man?
There's a couple deputies already there. They're asking for another deputy.
Stop! Take the cactus out of your hand! Drop it down!
Put it down now, you're gonna get tased! Robert!
Calm down!
Put it down!
Drop it, Robert!
Taser!
You don't want me to leave this body?
No, I don't want you to leave the body.
I'm just saying. I'm an actor and a poet.
Yep, you're a good driver.
You didn't know it?
I'm sorry. Just a second. I could have sworn they said, take the cactus out of your hand. My hearing's not great.
You gotta make better decisions, you know, man?
There's a couple deputies already there. They're asking for another deputy.
Stop! Take the cactus out of your hand! Drop it down!
Put it down now!
Okay, I wasn't mishearing.
Robert!
Calm down!
Put it down!
Drop it, Robert!
Taser!
You don't want me to leave this body?
No, I don't want you to leave the body.
I'm just saying. I'm an actor and a poet.
Yep, you're a good driver.
You didn't know it?
And you rap real good too.
It's an interesting voice he's got.
So I gotta say.
Hold on, I'm saying, I'll see what they want to do. Hold on, I got him.
I ain't going away.
Hey, Robert, you did any kind of drugs tonight?
Yeah, methamphetamine.
Smoke it?
Shut it up, 20.
Okay, cool.
And I said, let's do it and smoke something. He said, no, he wasn't doing it. And I wanted it for spite. Because he wasn't gonna smoke with me tonight.
Just kept saying, Little Wayne ain't got nothing on him. That's what he kept saying.
So we just ran a license plate and it came back lost or stolen. So we're gonna try and catch up to it and do a legal stuff.
Why?
Oh yeah. And maybe 15 X-ray in pursuit.
Are we pit maneuvering? I love it when they do the pits.
15 X-ray. He's in the southbound lane. Or I'm sorry, northbound lane, driving south. Dead end, the right vehicle pursuit. Driver, stick your hands out the window now, sir! Stick your hands out!
That's one.
Open up the car door, sir! I mean, you were driving the wrong way, sir. Cars were coming at you.
Oh, man.
Okay. So you're going to be going to jail for the stolen vehicle, possession of the stolen property, the felony evading, driving recklessly, and parole violation. And you understand you put a lot of people's lives in danger, right?
Oh, man.
That's a dude that his parents buys him out of trouble.
We're trying to stop this vehicle up here driving high rate of speed.
Westbound Beaumont coming up on Tyler, silver Cadillac, no plates. Oh, 901.
Yay, I love it when they catch themselves.
These two, 901, 901, roll over. Hillsdale and Frizzell. Multi-vehicle.
I didn't see the other thing.
Stay right there.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna be fine, man. I can't believe he lived.
I'm surprised he's not really injured. Well, no, I mean, you know, he's got a sore neck, possibly, but...
Me too, man. I didn't know I was
fast. I didn't going
You
fast.
didn't realize you were going fast?
No.
Well, how'd that accident happen?
Man, I knew I was going fast then.
Were you trying to get away from us?
I'm trying to get away from the mother shooting at me, man. I didn't know.
Who's shooting at you?
Anybody, man. You know how fools is.
He said to run from us because he thought we were going to kill him. He thought he was getting shot at. We were going to shoot him.
Man, you know how fools is.
Got some gloves and throw it in a bag.
So the missing wheel off of that car is over by the...
That lady, I hope the lady was okay.
I'm just glad there wasn't some innocent citizen coming out here to put the trash out or something.
Right now, the suspect's in custody for vehicle theft, possession of stolen vehicle, and felony evading with injuries, which is by far the most serious charge.
This vehicle matches the description of a suspect vehicle in a home invasion robbery that happened over on the west side of town. The victim claimed that two suspects that were in this vehicle entered his house, had him at gunpoint, and stole multiple items. One of the things stolen was the victim's rifle.
Oh no, dude. Keep your hands where we can see you. Yes, sir. I understand.
Sorry, first thing I would do with any of these things is just keys.
Where's your money? My money. I tell you where my money's at.
That's going to be the gun that was stolen from our victim in our robbery at Hunter's Way. Yes, they robbed him at gunpoint. They stole his money and his rifle. There's a gun in your front seat, and there's a rifle in the back seat.
It ain't mine.
Okay.
We're playing basketball, sir.
Y'all are...
Hey man, I was playing basketball. These are not the answers you give to police officers if you want to. It's like they know it's bullshit.
Y'all are playing, you and...
I'm not a professional and I know it's bullshit.
The G and some black guys. I don't trust them. That's what I'm
So at what point did the rifle get in your car?
When he put it in there, I guess.
But put it in there from where? Did you see him put it in there?
I did. We're playing basketball.
Man, you know how fools is.
The gun in your back seat is stolen from a home
Man,
invasion.
you know how fools is.
It wasn't like
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
It was stolen from a home invasion, okay? A gun was used during the home invasion. I found a gun between your seat and your console.
That's right.
I know. Which leads me to believe, what?
I see a vehicle up here.
Shouldn't be driving anyway if you're talking like
Notice
that.
the back lights aren't on. Okay, who's all in the vehicle with you? What's your name? Marcos what? And yours? Huh? You must step outside the vehicle for me? Whose vehicle is this you have? You don't know whose vehicle that is?
I was just driving.
Is the vehicle your vehicle? Is that her vehicle in the front? Does anybody know whose vehicle it is?
Just random
Do
vehicle.
you understand how that can be kind of suspicious to me? The back passenger is also pretty apprehensive when speaking with us. He's asking a lot of questions, very nervous.
Meth?
It looks like it's crystal methamphetamine.
I got it right this time.
Baggie of ice? What did the baggie of ice look like?
I don't know, you just said he had some.
With the cooperation of Freddie and Sarah, you're going to be charged with possession of methamphetamine.
I mean, it wasn't mine.
And I got both of them saying it was you.
Can you prove it?
Huh?
Can you prove it's mine?
I mean, I got two statements from them, man. They're both saying it was you, bro. I know, man. Hey, so you just have to try to work with better friends or do something, man.
Oh, I am going to subscribe and like their video.
This is based on something that's so much.
Sounds to me like there's some bridges that have been burned, man.
Love little things. Okay, go back a page because I had more of the compilations on there. Compilation 3.
We're checking this dirt alleyway behind the local motel. A couple businesses back here. They have a problem with narcotics use and sale. A lot of times they break into these businesses back here. Matter of fact, there goes a white male right there.
There goes a white male, like a deer or something.
When was the last time you used? Be straight with me now.
Hey, it's been about a week ago.
Do you mind kicking your shoes off for me? Why are you sniffing so much?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I like how the cameraman's like, I obviously see the freaking crack
You
pipe.
got a stem right there, brother. I just seen it fall out your shoe. I wasn't born yesterday.
I know you wasn't, man. I know you wasn't.
How long you been using drugs?
14 years.
14 years?
Yeah.
You don't do something about it. Us arresting you, taking you to jail, ain't getting you no help. You either stand up like a man, get some help, or you're gonna keep smoking until you die.
Can y'all call my parents and have them come and get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got in trouble for smoking crack again. You can come pick me up. I'll share with you the next time I get some.
How old are you?
34.
And we need to call your parents to come get you. Hello, how you doing today? This is Deputy Simpkins, Sheriff's Office. I'm out here with your son, David. Right now
Hi, Mom and Jeff.
Okay, you
They're
don't
fine.
want him? You tired of him? You don't want nothing to do with your son? You pretty much said you could rot in jail.
Nah, I ain't worth it. I get my own rot. So we've been putting up with this shit since he was 20.
And so they're tired of your antics because you won't clean yourself up.
We're going to back up another officer at a bar fight, an afternoon bar fight, supposedly with a hammer. And what happened?
Yeah, America. Iowa, that checks out.
Here. Okay, why did we get called here about somebody having a hammer
I'll be quite honest, I'm surprised it wasn't Florida.
and fighting and all that kind of stuff? Oh, okay. Well, someone said that you guys were fighting with a hammer back here. What was the argument about?
The argument was about she's my wife. Somebody called her phone yesterday night. I answered it. There's another guy. I got pissed off.
Okay.
And yeah, that's where it's at.
Okay. Every single person in this bar says you were swinging a hammer.
I wasn't swinging it. I had it behind my back. That was it.
Number two, where is it now?
In the blue truck.
Okay. Well, how did it end up in the blue truck?
I put it in the seat after they came outside saying that I had a hammer.
You drove that car up here today?
Yeah, my grandma's on her way to get it.
Okay. Well, we need to search it because you were arrested.
Why do you need to search it?
Because you were the one who drove it up here. Yes, we can. You were arrested.
I didn't drive it up here at all.
How did it get here?
It was already here.
Who brought it up here?
They have self-driving cars in Iowa, trucks, and I didn't know about it. It ran away from home.
How do I know? It's not my car. It's my grandmother's car. I just told you she's coming in town to get it. She has my car and she's bringing it.
Okay, very good. You're right back.
But it's at the bar.
Grandma's got sweet rims. This gentleman's on pretrial release for a drug arrest, which makes me believe that there's probably drugs somewhere.
Grandma's got nice rims. Oh, there's a rim job joke in there somewhere. I'm gonna stay away from the rest of that and just let you use your imaginations.
This car that he brought up here as well too.
Oh, look. It's like the best thing. Oh, drugs.
Grandma? Is your grandma's drugs in that car? Then whose drugs are in that car?
I just told you, my sister drives a car more than anybody ever.
He's just bringing in he's just throwing his whole family under that truck. That's my sister's drugs, this is my grandma's car. I don't know how it got to the bar.
This is hers. Please don't be drugs in this car too. Oh my goodness, there's drugs in this car. There's meth pipes in both vehicles.
There should not. Can I say one thing?
There should not be, but there is. Okay. And then there's methamphetamine. There's a big bag of methamphetamine.
Are we going to Grandma's house?
Flushing toilets. Sounds like it. The reason we're here is we got a little bit of a report. There's a lot of traffic
No traffic here at all.
as far as the phone. A lot of calls. You
My daughter.
Daughter?
My daughter and his boss, and that's it.
So you're not using drugs anymore?
No, sir. I've been clean.
Can we come in and talk to you about all this good stuff?
Hey, dumb dude, they make baggies that are smell proof they can hide.
Yeah, you can come in and talk.
Sure. No drugs anywhere around?
This woman, I don't like her hair.
Here, we can take a quick peek for any speed, needle.
Look at this hair. It's, even in this resolution, it's so fried. Stop doing this to your hair. If you're doing drugs, you don't have the nutrients in your hair to get away with bleaching constantly.
Pulls pipes, anything like that?
Well, I just got here from work.
No, that's okay.
And I was, like I said, I was laying down because I've had a migraine for the last 3 days.
Would you guys mind having a seat over here on this bed for just 1 second?
Has anybody any problems or nothing else, you know? They told me when.
Ah.
Oh, what the hell?
Whoa, yeah.
What?
Oh my God, there's drugs in the druggy hotel room. Surprised Pikachu face. Yes, bleach. There are many of those, by the way.
What the hell
This
is
comes out of nowhere.
It's just magic that just
Good.
they can't quit you.
You can say anything you want.
God, we just moved in
We
this
just
room.
moved into this room. There's
These aren't ours.
things all over.
Obviously, they didn't clean in here at all.
They're not ours. We're not the only druggies that come into the hotel rooms.
Okay, well then,
I
Oh.
swear to God, you guys are not lying.
you have a
Okay, here's the thing. People need to stop doing this shit. Stop swearing to God to anyone investigating you. It doesn't help anything.
own drug dealer's name in here.
Who?
Oh, it's a Nokia.
Was given to her by my boss. That phone was given to her by
And the story just goes on and on and on. Whose would it be?
Whoever was in it, the same person that left these, I would imagine. These are gay magazines, sir. These are not ours. I swear to God.
As someone who looks at some Rule 34 stuff, it can definitely still be your magazines.
Years. We've heard that 9 times.
I'm
already.
sure that
We don't believe you.
I know. Everybody's innocent. I know this.
Right.
You're not being like.
No, you're lying to us. You're not being right.
No, I'm not.
You know what I write, Mama Ninja. You know what I'm
We just
capable
received
of.
a call of a possible burglary in progress.
Did he go into his apartment or he went back to this apartment?
Last word we have is he went into his own apartment.
Went back into his own apartment. All right.
Occupant 113, Rialto PD, come out. Now, let's go.
I wasn't trying to break the window. I was just trying to open it so I could get a Play-Doh.
This is the window that.
I didn't hear what he said. I wasn't trying to break the window. I was trying to something.
I wasn't trying to break the window. I was just trying to open it so I could get a Play-Doh.
So I can get a Play-Doh?
This is the window that the witness saw him breaking into.
Oh.
Before this guy moved out, his kids were borrowing some of Archie's toys, and I helped him move out.
Okay, but why not go to the manager and ask the manager, say, hey, can you come over here?
Well, it's a good thing you're not a bashful sort. If you were a bashful sort, then it'd be like just nothing but blushing all over the place. I mean, I could like one day we should like write one and have Zephyr read it, just to get the blushies out.
I didn't think about that.
If you could have just opened the door, just let us in, we could have dealt with this man to man. We hadn't got to go through all this stuff. Don't you think that was
Move the
unnecessary?
friggin' cursor.
Yes, but I didn't realize that.
En route to a burglary of a vehicle call at a local shopping center. He's running westbound from the shopping center.
Jesus. Let's not run over the pedestrians.
Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back!
Can we talk about this cop's chin?
That's all I'm doing. Okay. There's some lady.
Look at this chin. That's an amazing cleft. That's almost like up there with the chin from Fairly Odd Parents. I'm impressed.
It said that you were breaking into their car.
Oh.
So why don't you tell me what happened then?
I was looking.
Okay, what
It's a handsome boy.
That's all for it, and that's all it was.
I have a little
Can you steal
cleft.
something from the
No, well, no, I can't go
Much
there.
like my real butt
Okay,
small.
why did you run?
Huh?
Why did you run from
You
me?
see 15 cops running up, I'll run.
Did you run because you were going into that car?
I didn't want to go to jail.
No?
I didn't want to go to jail. That's
What would you go to jail for if you hadn't do anything?
Well,
When I came out of the thrift store, this gentleman shouted at me, "It was at your car?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, some guy who looked like he was homeless took some items out of the car.
He has the crack and all going on. He doesn't need to do drugs. He has plenty of his own crack.
Okay, good. All right. You'll be under arrest for auto burglary. Okay. Go ahead and have a seat in here. I'm glad that's all right.
All the crackheads just come to him. They're like, let me smoke some of that chin.
We're en route to a shooting call, and I got into a little argument with some guys. And as they pulled a gun on him, and he went to grab the gun, and they shot him in the hand.
Well, that was rude.
3 Latino Mexicans got out and said, hey, do you have a problem? I said,
That was specific.
No, I don't have no problem. As I was backing up, they were coming towards me with a gun in my face.
This is a Virginia Slim.
So I had no chance but to grab that gun and put it to the side, or else I was dead. Look how close the muzzle blast. If it wouldn't have
He's just standing there.
to the left, it would have been my head.
He's just standing, hole in his hand, bleeding everywhere, bruising everywhere. And he's just like, I'm gonna have a cigarette while I explain this stuff.
Have you ever tried to commit suicide?
One time.
Do you own a gun at all? What kind of gun do you own? Just the shotgun? That's it? You don't have a handgun?
Yeah.
One of the first times I tried to quit smoking, I smoked Virginia Slims and also the other really slender one started with a C. I don't remember what it is, like Capri or something like that. Not Capri Sun, just Capri. Didn't work. You know what worked? Getting a really bad case of flu where breathing felt like I was gargling glass, and smoking felt like I was gargling glass while sucking down lemon juice, salt, and sandpaper.
I had a witness over here that says that he saw you out front with your brother, okay, and you had a gun in your hand. A gun. Is that not true?
Responding to a disturbance
Flick,
call
Florida.
where a female was locked inside the tow yard after she tried to retrieve her vehicle.
My back hurt so bad.
Did you get hit in the back too?
Yeah, I pulled my shirt up. She hit me like 30 times.
Jesus!
It was all up my back.
I just.
And it was the female that did this?
Well, he let you in there initially to look at the car?
Yeah, and he told me to get my race check.
Okay, let's talk about. I like these earrings. I couldn't wear them because they get caught on everything, but I like these earrings. Just
I got my registration out of the car.
Okay.
And then he said, you cannot do the car because it's not in your name.
Okay, what happened after he was going to let you out of the fence? What happened
He
after
said,
that?
you're going to let her out of this fence. You're going to let her out of this fence. So he was like, no, I'm not. If you cross that gate, I'll bust you in the head. And that's what he did.
I said, hey, dude, let her out the fence. No, I'm not letting her out the fence because she trying to steal the car. I said, no, she ain't trying to steal no car, man. Let her out that fence. And I went to climbing through the fence. So he turned back around and seen me climbing through the fence. So he rushes me.
There it is. Damn! Oh, off the jump.
What is she hitting him with?
8. That's a pint. I counted 8 at least.
Oh, they're still coming at him.
Yeah, he's retreating and they're tracking him down.
The charges are going to be aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and theft.
That look, she's like.
Alright, so tell me what happened tonight.
Just arguing. It's been going on for
This is the nicest pair of pants I've seen on a criminal so far.
years.
They're actually staying on too.
You married?
No.
Boyfriend, girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay. Any kids?
2.
Are they in the apartment?
No.
I will advise the female's not answering the door for us right now. We're not even sure if she's home. You guys ready? Lisa, show me your hands.
Oh.
Let's please screen your sound off now.
Oh.
That guy right there. He's your boyfriend?
No.
He's not
I
your
know
boyfriend.
him.
What is he to you?
A friend. If that now.
Alright, he lives here?
No, he does not live here.
You sure? You never lived here at all?
Huh?
Do you guys have children in common?
No.
You don't have 2
No,
children?
we do not.
Have you guys ever slept together?
No.
She's your girlfriend for how long?
7 years.
7 years she's been your girlfriend. Yeah, okay. I have to ask you, have you guys slept together?
We have 2 kids together, yeah.
Oh, you have 2 kids. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Those pictures in your wallet. Let me see those.
That's daughter and Ben.
He says you guys have kids together.
We don't.
Why would he lie about
I'm
you guys
saying-
having kids together? That doesn't make any sense.
See, I don't see why he has to be around here if I don't want him here, you know? Why is he constantly lying and trying to get around me? You
I
know?
just met him. I don't know. Why is he?
that.
So they do live together.
Oh yeah,
Seen them-
definitely.
Definitely.
In and out all the time.
Okay.
They're together.
You know they have kids or anything?
They have 2 kids.
All right, guys. Appreciate your help with that.
Yay,
I know
truth.
it is here somewhere. I just looking for what it is.
Good in bed, so I don't know what it is, you know?
Okay. All right. But you said you never slept with him.
No, I've never slept with him.
I think you're lying, just based on the things that we've talked to other people about.
I'm getting a little worried about the kids
You
now.
guys live together, so based on that and his injuries, you're gonna have to go for domestic violence today.
Well, let's see what we got going on right here.
I want to know where the kids went. So we have 2 kids together? Are they in the apartment? No. I don't have children. Not with him.
4210. It looks like I'm getting waved down the white male.
I look up and that guy sitting on the top of the stairs. He yells, he goes, "What are you looking at? You privacy rapist?" And I kept walking, and then all of a sudden I saw the knife, and then he popped and opened, as in like one of those time popped.
So
up.
he made a physical movement.
Oh, he opened up and he actually ran after me. He chased me to the corner.
What color was the knife?
Silver. Am I going to jail?
I don't know. We're gonna go talk about it.
Okay.
So we're gonna go outside and make sure you're who we think you are. Why would you be going to jail?
I didn't know. Because I had an anger outburst.
Did you have an anger outburst? What'd you do with the knife?
I can't tell if he's freshly showered or just greasy.
When he walked by and he looked up here, what'd you say to him that made him laugh?
I said, you're a privacy rapist.
Is it just me or does he look a little bit like Joe Pesci? Just asking. What do you think, Mama Ninja? Like, do you see it? Do you see it in the face? Looks kind of like Joe Pesci. Okay, it wasn't just me.
So why don't you tell me the rest of the truth about where the knife is? And then we're done.
It's packed away in boxes.
That it?
That's my knife right there.
Okay. Would that be it?
Exactly, that's the one.
Okay.
So he flipped it out and then put it in a box.
No.
So why does he say that's exactly the knife you used?
I don't know.
Got reports of a possible auto burglary in progress. Apparently the suspect's still inside the vehicle. See if we can locate him. We're right around the corner.
Let me see your hands. Stay right there. Stay right there inside the car. Stay right there. What you got in there?
How's that? Step it up. What's your highest level of education?
7th grade.
7th grade? Okay. So what were you doing inside the vehicle?
Waiting for somebody to come next to it.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Because I'm waiting.
You waiting?
I'm waiting to see if somebody trying to come back to see what trying to get inside that car.
Oh, so you're protecting the car from somebody else trying to break in?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I see. So you're like the neighborhood watch?
Okay then. Oh, here we go. And there's what's this? Dumbest criminals ever. Okay, sure. Let's have that.
Number 15.
Oh, it's
Knockout.
countdown.
In August of 2022 in Bellevue, Washington, a young thief knocked himself out after running into a glass door as he tried to flee a Louis Vuitton store with a handbag worth $18,000. Surveillance footage of the incident was captured by the establishment.
Could you imagine having $18,000 to spend on a purse? That they might use once. Just try and imagine that.
Showing a group of teenagers grabbing things off of shelves and running for the door, attempting to leave without detection. However, they only bring attention to themselves when one of them seems to overlook the large plate glass window standing between them and freedom. 2 female suspects make it out of the store, but one of the thieves smacks into the glass and falls to the ground. Just seconds later, a loss prevention officer detained the 17-year-old, who wasn't alert but was semi-conscious when the Bellevue Police Department arrived. The teen was then arrested but was later released due to one of his family members at the hospital. The thief's name was never released to the public because he's a juvenile who's allegedly part of a retail crime theft ring. Unfortunately, no other details are available regarding this case, so the teen thief's punishment remains unclear. Number 14, bribery. A Texas woman was charged with bribery in April 2022 after authorities claimed she tried to bribe an officer with sexual favors during her arrest. Mark Herman, Harris County's constable, posted to Facebook regarding the incident, stating that 21-year-old Dulce Ortiz was initially taken into custody for her involvement in a car wreck. Authorities were called to a neighborhood in order to investigate reports of a crash where the driver fled the scene after a vehicle damaged a sign and drove over a flower bed. According to deputies, a man attempted to take responsibility for the wreck, but Ortiz was later identified as the driver after witnesses helped locate.
No one says I can't take a break too while you're waiting for yours. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And yes, I did wash my hands. So am I.
Cater. The young woman eventually returned to the scene of the crime and she was arrested after showing clear signs of intoxication. Constable Herman reported to Live 5 News that the suspect was being transported to jail after she attempted to bribe a male officer with cash and sexual acts in exchange for letting her go. However, nobody took her up on her offer, and she was instead booked into the Harris County Jail. Number 13, Child Shield.
What?
The world's worst father award goes to a man from British Columbia who brought their 3-year-old along as he robbed a gas station, even using the child as a shield at one point. This happened in May 2022 in Kamloops, Canada, when a man walked into the store and demanded cash from the clerk.
Kamloops? Really? We can't get a better name than that?
Behind the counter. He made it clear to the gas station employees that he wasn't messing around by lifting his shirt and revealing what appeared to be a gun. The robbery was quickly reported to authorities though, and an officer that was already in the area conducting a traffic stop spotted the father-son duo leaving the scene. When confronted by the cop, the man allegedly placed his son between him and the policeman, basically using his child as a shield. However, moments later, the 32-year-old suspect released the toddler to another family member and was then taken into custody after a brief struggle. In the end, the thief's gun turned out to be fake, and he was handed a slew of charges related to the incident, including uttering threats, robbery, resisting arrest, and breach of firearms prohibition.
Anyone tries to do anything to my child, and they're going to find out that I will go on full berserker mode on them. And they're not going to like it because I'm pretty sure, even though I'm not in the best of shape, I won't care right then and there.
Number 12, alcohol sales have ended. In 2018, a Florida man stole 2 cases of Bud.
Florida man. It's always fucking Florida. Welcome back, Zephyr. You're just in time for Florida man stealing alcohol.
Light after discovering he couldn't buy alcohol from a gas station at 2:30 a.m. 33-year-old Christopher Maxwell, Wisconsin.
Yeah, that checks out.
Subsequently charged with 2 counts of battery on a law enforcement officer, petty theft, and violently resisting arrest. After entering the speedway, a cashier informed the man that alcohol sales
we do have
were only
speedways down here now.
between 7 a.m. and 1 a.m. This enraged Maxwell, so he straight up asked her, what would happen if I stole some beer? The cashier explained that she'd call 911, but Maxwell
Look, if you're gonna steal beer, don't make it friggin' light at least. Jeez. Like, I have to watch my calories so I can do it the next time.
didn't care and grabbed 2 18-packs of
Not that I condone
left the
stealing.
gas station on foot without paying. The thief didn't make it far, though, and encountered the police just a quarter-mile away, still carrying a case of beer in each of his hands. When officers ordered him to stop walking, he refused and instead snatched one of the cop's shoulder radios, and then attempted to punch him. However, the officer easily dodged his fist and took Maxwell to the ground before handcuffing him. The thief was later booked into the Indian River County Jail, with his bail set at $16,000. Number 11. That's not cocaine.
Did you hear about the Florida man who damaged a dam and caused $10 million in damages just because he didn't want his wife, who was on a trip, to be able to drive back home? I did not hear about that. Do tell the story as we listen to more stuff here.
5 teens robbed a house in Marion County, Florida in 2010 in hopes of scoring some drugs. But what they thought was cocaine turned out to be the cremated remains of the homeowner's father and their 2 deceased Great Danes. The victim returned to her home in Silver Spring Shores only to discover that several of her possessions were missing, including jewelry and electronics. But the most unfortunate of all was the missing ashes of her father and beloved dogs.
Oh, please tell me they didn't get snorted.
Police were called to investigate the matter and eventually found out that the 5...
Let's read this. They, along with 2 juveniles who cannot be named, allegedly stole the cremated remains of the man and 2 dogs. According to reports, they believe the ashes to be drugs. Investigators learned what happened to the ashes after they arrested the 5 teens in connection with another burglary attempt at a nearby home. The suspects mistook the ashes for either cocaine or heroin. It was soon discovered that the suspect... It was soon discovered that the suspects snorted some of the ashes, believing they were snorting cocaine. Can you imagine being in that holding cell with them? Or just in Gen Pop? Can you? Be like, what are you in for? I'm in here because I robbed a convenience store. Well, what are you in for? I snorted some old dude. What? I snorted some old dude and their dogs. You crazy. We're going over here now. Oh. Oh. Protect your loved ones.
Suspects had snorted the ashes.
Oh no, they have a thing now where you can turn your deceased loved ones into diamonds. Imagine if they came out clear and people thought it was meth.
Believing it to be cocaine or heroin. However, once they realized the cremated remains weren't party drugs, they
Yes,
ditched
you're a
them.
sweet person.
Luckily, the police were later able to recover the ashes for the victim. Involved in the crime were 18-year-old Matrix Andaluz, 19-year-old Waldo Soroa, and Jose David Diaz Marrero, and 2 other accomplices who were underage at the time of the robbery.
Yeah, Grandpa's just not doing it for me.
Received 8 years in prison, and Andaluz was handed 9 years with 12 years of probation, but Soroa's sentencing remains unclear. Number 10, Biker Gang.
Biker
A
gang.
pair of Australian robbers couldn't pick
Not Florida.
in 2008 when they decided to rob a bar.
Australia's.
The criminals' names were never released to the public, but they apparently walked into the pub wearing ski masks and were armed with machetes. Little did they know that the bar was full of about 50 bikers who had just begun a club meeting in another room of the establishment. Once the bikers caught wind of what was happening, they jumped in to intervene. Members of the
You're a
Southern
precious
Cross
bunch of cinnamon
Hoosier
rolls, yeah.
Biker Club were captured on surveillance footage, chasing the robbers with tables and chairs hoisted over their heads. The club's president, who was only
I made this joke before about the whole diamond jewelry thing because I have a friend of mine that wants to be turned into a diamond. I was like, can you really imagine proposing to somebody like that? This is the family ring. This used to be my mom. You mean it used to be your mom's? That's so sweet. No, it's my mom. I'm gonna. You also can be turned into a record and a bunch of other things because they use the carbon powder.
Known as Jester, told CBS News that one of the suspects leapt over a balcony to escape, while the other robber tried to flee through a service entrance, but was subdued by several club patrons before he could leave. There was also apparently a getaway driver parked outside the bar, but they were forced to flee when several angry bikers started pelting the vehicle with glass bottles and various other objects. The suspect that managed to escape was captured nearby, and the robber that club patrons detained was taken to the hospital for minor injuries he sustained. Unfortunately, the outcome of the case is unclear.
There were dead people on my fingers, no biggie. Yeah, but they make really good for punching. Good Lord, no. Could you imagine that? Just trying to introduce that into India culture. It'd be like, we have all this beautiful jewelry and everything. We're vegetarian and vegan, but our jewelry isn't. Jesus. Oh God, that's terrible. I like the diamond idea best because I can still show them off to everyone. Yeah, apparently one of the common diamond colors that comes out is red.
Number 9, Facebook brag. Facebook isn't the best place to brag about criminal intentions, but that didn't stop a British man, Andrew Hennels, from posting about his
and you
plans
guys are supposed to be
raise
cultured.
in early 2015. The 32-year-old posted a hardly cryptic message to his profile on February 13th that read,
No, since he's in Dancing Ninjas is your husband, you should have him at least be a diamond in the middle of a throwing star.
doing Tesco, over. According to Sergeant Pete Jessup, it was a truly bizarre and
This guy looks like he hasn't slept in 10 years.
Just 15 minutes after updating his Facebook account, Hennels was apprehended in the Gaywood area of Kings Lynn in Norfolk. The man had in his possession a knife and 410 British pounds that he'd just stolen from the supermarket. A bystander reported seeing Hennels with a knife demanding money from a cashier at the Tesco located on St. Faith's Drive. The criminal apparently stole a car from an elderly couple who stopped to use the ATM and then fled to a...
Okay, then you need yours also as a spoon. If you're gonna, I'm not condoning robbery and all this other stuff, but if you're gonna steal, 410 pounds doesn't seem like a whole lot, really, if you take into account everything. But then again, I worked in a Kinko's, and for those of you who are super young, Kinko's is a place that used to go to get copies and fax machines and all this other stuff, and all this other stuff. And basically it was at the time based on 6 cents per copy. This was the year 2000. So 23 years ago. And I left a week before the place got robbed. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this is because any big stuff would always go through a credit card. It got robbed. The guy used almost an entire roll of duct tape on the person I was working that night. And when we opened the tills then, we had a total of like $9. So this crackhead used about $6 in duct tape and got $9, so his profit was $3.
Pop nearby. Hennels' post on social media helped the police secure a guilty plea from the man, which was entered in March of that same year. He was labeled as a high risk who would do serious harm to the public by Judge Anthony Bate, so he consequently spent 4 years on an extended license after he was released from jail as part of the sentence. Number 8.
Twitch
Snapchat
chat
catches criminal. 24-year-old Christopher Wallace was...
I have caught a criminal before, though. Yes, I have. Working at a cell phone place. I know nothing about what you're planning, okay? I'm not saying anything. I know nothing. I don't want to be killed by ninjas. But yeah, I actually stopped one type of crime because it was just a coincidence, but there was a lady that had called in to report her phone stolen. I worked in mostly activations and billing at the time, and then of course we put in that the phone was stolen. Then the next phone call was literally a guy who had just gotten the same phone, because there's something called an IMEI, which is basically the serial number, so it's specific to that phone, and it came up immediately as lost and stolen. I was like, well, if you give me a moment, I have to do some stuff to get this taken care of. And then I was like, can you get to somewhere with a better location so we don't like drop the call? Is there like a McDonald's or anything nearby? So then I put him on hold. I called the lady back and said, if you're near a police officer, let them know that they're at this particular place. And they have the cell phone in hand, they're on hold. So that's what happened there. That was interesting. The only other time I think I did anything was I noticed when I was coming out of work that there was this old white guy in a blue PT Cruiser with a young African American woman with a baby girl in her lap, but no car seat. And I thought that was weird, so I was like, and I looked at the license plate and everything just to see and watch where they went off. I got home from work and there was a thing popping up on the news of same lady with baby missing. So I was like, okay, well. So I don't know if it was me that helped find them, but like almost like it was 2 days later where they were like, oh yes, thank you, anonymous caller. I was like, yay, it might have been me, I don't know. So my claim to fame is not being known.
Wanted by law enforcement in Somerset County, Maine in early 2015 for stealing a wood stove from a sporting camp earlier that same year. Most criminals shy away from bragging about their crimes, but Wallace isn't like most criminals. He felt the need to post about the theft on Snapchat, even telling his friends exactly where he was.
Snapchat's only good for filters.
This, of course, led to someone on his friends list tipping off the police, who later arrived at his location to conduct a search of the residence. However, when they showed up, Wallace was nowhere to be found. And while it's common knowledge not to give away your hiding spot when you're attempting to evade arrest, Wallace did it anyway by telling his Snapchat friends that he was hiding in a cabinet in the house.
I don't care, I've got a mature rating on my stuff.
End, but so was 20-year-old Erica Hall, who hindered the police investigation by claiming that nobody else was inside the home with her.
No, that's aiding and abetting.
A man who was accused of stealing a car in Charlotte, North Carolina couldn't resist another vehicular theft when he pawned it out of jail in late 2022.
Oh, is it a bait car? Is it a bait car?
Anthony Deshaun Goddard posted his $3,000 bail after getting arrested on December 29th, 2022. According to Charlotte's bail bond agent, Naimea Cropper.
Did you read what that said? Did you read what that friggin' said? He stole his bail bondsman's car.
According to Charlotte.
Look at this. Dumbest criminal, accused car thief released from North Carolina jail, allegedly steals bond agent's SUV. Holy snap.
Charlotte's bail bond agent, Naimea Cropper, her car was stolen after she entered
Cropper. I thought they said Crapper.
30th,
I was like, wow, that's a shitty name.
Clients. Afterward, Cropper accused Goddard of the crime. As a result, he was hit with a slew of charges, including reckless driving, possession of stolen goods, resisting an officer, operating a vehicle without an operator's license, and speeding. Goddard had been released from jail less than 24 hours before he committed another senseless crime, earning him the nickname the dumbest criminal in the city. Surveillance video showed Goddard breaking into Cropper's vehicle and driving away based on reports from local news station WSOC. At the moment, it seems as though Goddard has remained at large and Cropper's car is still missing. Hopefully, though, the criminal will be brought to justice sometime.
No, see, you can't call him the dumbest if he got away. It's an SUV. If it's a newer SUV, there should be a shutdown function. You should be able to find the damn thing.
Number 6, the drug dealer. In 2011, a man was
in
arrested
Canada.
Vancouver,
Why?
Canada, after police searched his cell phone and discovered that he named himself Jason Pauche, drug dealer, on the device. Law enforcement was searching the man's home in connection to another crime, but he wasn't the initial target of the investigation. It wasn't until they looked at the phone they confiscated from him that he was charged with drug trafficking. The 24-year-old and his girlfriend, Clarissa Prosper, were both also hit with possession of proceeds from the crime after the police found marijuana and more than $5,000 in the bedroom the couple shared in the house.
Why are they having problems with marijuana? I thought it was legal.
Brought against him, and he was given a conditional 1 year behind bars. Clarissa's sentencing, unfortunately, remains unclear. Number 5, stick shift. In 2014...
I already have an idea where this is going. Mama Ninja, I think you're the only one here that knows how to drive one. Because I can't drive one because the only stick shift that I was around was, like, my dad had one, but no one was allowed to touch his car. I don't know, Zephyr, can you drive a stick shift? Awesome, so I'm the only one. Okay, well, that's fair. Spoiled little brat me, huh? Now, if this says stick shift, I'm pretty sure it was a car theft that went to I can't drive a stick shift.
Omaha, Nebraska, attempted to steal a vehicle. However, after ordering a woman and her child out of the car, he realized it was a stick shift. The 17-year-old had no idea how to drive a manual, which ultimately resulted in his arrest. After trying for 15 minutes to flee the scene in the Dodge Caliber, the teen was arrested after attempting to escape on foot. As the young man tried to run away, he apparently threw his gun, possibly as a
I've never seen you drive the
additional firearms charge. Luckily, nobody was hurt during the ordeal, but because of the severity of his actions, the 17-year-old was charged as an adult for the robbery. In the end, he was sentenced to 8 to 14 years in prison.
In India, you have like a honking language, don't you? I heard about. Like, you beep in certain ways and it lets everyone know what the hell's going on. I only know what little bits and pieces I've heard about. Cool. See, I knew something.
Number 4. Man brings a knife to a gunfight.
Oh no.
A man from Texas who was armed with a knife was fatally shot in 2022.
You can't do that in Texas. Bruh, I've never been to Texas and I know that. You don't do it in Florida either. Just no knives. Don't bother with a blade in a place where, like, literally open carry is now fully legal and oh my friggin' God. I mean, it's not gross like the bad cooking and everything, but dear, oh my friggin'. Oof. Yeah, I know it never stops. I can only imagine. It's like how they portray movies in New York City or something. Like, honk, 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 honk. I probably just told somebody to, like, drive whatever.
After trying to rob a Houston gun store, the suspect...
just gets better. He brought a knife to a gun store to rob it. In Texas. In Texas. I was like, you don't even want to do that to a convenience store in Texas. Or a bridal shop. But to take a knife to rob a gun store in Texas, that's... Oh. I mean, you look at some of the instructions and warnings on some things and you realize that's why.
Beck was killed after an employee of the store called Carter's Country defended himself with a firearm. Apparently, before entering the establishment, the suspect went into the Suit Mart next door to try and steal some merchandise. The thief looked homeless, according to a witness, who said he was told to let a pair of jeans go, or the staff of the Suit Mart would call the police. He listened to the command that was given to him and then made his way into Carter's Country. He reportedly entered the gun store armed with a sharp object and then opened the cash register and helped himself to some money. Immediately afterward, an employee shot the man in self-defense. The criminal managed to stumble out into the parking lot but eventually collapsed. When law enforcement arrived, he was taken to the hospital in critical condition, where he later passed away. This story just goes to show that you can't bring a knife into a gun store and expect to get away with it, especially not in Texas. Number 3, money trail. A thief robbed a 7-Eleven in Skokie,
It's in Illinois.
in broad daylight in January 2023. Typically in these scenarios, a criminal would have a getaway car parked outside.
Probably.
But in this case, the suspect decided to...
You have access to all of it.
The man's escape route included a busy golf course, but he made it through without being hit by a single ball. He thought he'd gotten away with the crime, but little did he know that he'd left a trail of money behind him, allowing officers to easily locate and arrest him. The suspect's name was never released, which is probably a good thing, because he likely never lived this incident down. Number 2, getaway car. In early 2023, a video was captured in Chicago of a suspect...
Okay, another Illinois. What state do you guys think is going to be number 1 for the dumbest criminal? Just take a guess. We'll see who's closest.
Vehicle thief holding onto the hood of his getaway car
Or country
as he
even.
attempted to run from police. The incident occurred along Locust Street, where an alleged carjacking crew was seen trying to steal a parked Jeep. However, when the authorities arrived, some of the suspects jumped into a gray Buick and took off, while others that were involved fled on foot. One of the criminals that was being chased by officers turned a corner and jumped
California,
on
New
the
York.
hood
I'm
of
going
the
with
getaway
probably
car.
Florida.
He then demanded that the driver start going. As the white getaway car took off down the street, the carjacker still clung to the hood. Officers tried to stop the vehicle from leaving, but in the process, a Chicago police sergeant was hit but wasn't injured. Unfortunately, the thieves managed to get away. There haven't been any arrests in connection
I
to
can't
the
imagine
crime,
anyone getting
and
away
an
with that shit with steel.
investigation is ongoing. Number 1, drunk driver blames dog. It's not unlikely for someone to...
I won! Florida DUI!
Uncommon to hear someone...
I know my state. Florida DUI suspect crashes into home during high-speed chase and then tells police his dog was driving the car. Oh, we have words. Rutherford Cooper III, 26, ran a stop sign and drove through 2 ditches before crashing into the Palmetto home as police pursued him for speeding. Cooper then fled his car and sought cover in a nearby church's bathroom. Parishioners forced him out, so much for sanctuary, and he was taken into custody. Police said Cooper, a convicted felon, asked, "Who was chasing me? You slow as he was handcuffed. Cooper's charges included DUI with property damage, leaving the scene of an accident and resisting arrest. Now, there used to be a show that was called Smoking Guns, Dumbest Criminals. Well, they did a lot of, like, dumbest this and smartest inventions. And, like, I think the funniest one was probably the lady that literally broke into a fudge shop and practically swam around in ecstasy in it.
Blaming their dog for crashing their car into a ditch. 26-year-old Rutherford Cooper III was accused of driving under the influence in Florida in late 2015, resulting in a high-speed chase between him and law enforcement. However, when he lost control of the car and steered into a ditch, he told officers that his dog had been in one
Two
driving,
ditches.
not him. Cooper fled on foot after wrecking his vehicle, taking refuge in a nearby church, but he was quickly found by the authorities after being chased by sniffer dogs. He apparently told them, "My dog was driving that car. I ran because I wanted to. You ain't gonna find no drugs or guns on me." And while he may not have had any illegal substances on him at the time, he reportedly smelled of marijuana and alcohol when he was apprehended. Cooper might have suffered a concussion from the car crash as he threw up after being discovered by police, so he was taken to the hospital for a checkup before getting charged with a slew of crimes, including aggravated fleeing, leaving the scene of an accident, and drunk driving.
That was terrible fingerprinting.
Unfortunately,
Do it
no
again.
further updates were released regarding the case, so Cooper's sentencing remains unclear. If you owned a store, would you rather be robbed by a man using a gun that may or may not be fake, or by someone who claims to know karate, but doesn't appear to be armed? Let us know in the comments below.
That was a good one. I will subscribe and give it a like. And I'm going to stop the recording for YouTube, so bye YouTube.